Welcome to Freedom on Fire with Bob TV. How you doing today? We need to talk, America. We need to talk. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Blue Party, Green Party, Get Froggy Party, Rent Too Damn High Party, whatever. That's the name of the parties. So we got to talk. Because, as they would say, issues about to get real. If you look at the last debates between Democratic contenders, the Republican contender, and the Green Party contender, I invite everybody to go watch the Expanding the Debate series with Democracy Now! You can go on YouTube, search it, and you'll see the real debate. You'll see a debate between Jill Stein, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump. Now, they tried to keep Jill Stein out of the debates with this phony 15%, which 9 times out of 10, she's way over 15%, but they refuse to poll 13 to 45-year-old individuals. And they also are putting third-party candidates all in one bunch called undecided. They don't want to separate it because they know their polls are going to be high. So the media, who is big investors in the Hillary Clinton camp and who gave Donald Trump all this free publication or this free media, are investing in these companies, investing in these candidates. So they have an invested interest not to have them poll high. We don't need them in the base. And the bottom line is because they know the real progressive movement is going to change the system where it's going to work for everybody and not just the elite. Now, this is what I want to talk to you about. Because the whole week, the whole past 2 weeks, were all about Donald Trump grabbing some pee. Now, I got to admit to you, I'm a dude. And, I'm a dude. I'm from around the way. And look, especially you guys, you're really getting on my nerves with this because you act like you never talk like that when you're around your boys. Man, I smack that back. You know you talk like that. Stop it. And some of you women, some of you talk like that too. Not all. And not all guys talk like that. But there's a lot of you that talk like that when you're in private amongst your own. You let your guard down. You're not so conservative. And you talk stuff and you tell stories. Now I don't condone somebody grabbing somebody. Period. But look, in the Donald defense, you're going to hate me for it, that Donald was a celebrity. Celebrity have groupies. And groupies are clamoring for you to give them attention. And some of them want you to, it's just real. You ask any Hollywood star, you ask any musical star, they got groupies following them. They'll follow them to the hotel room. They'll get drunk with them, the whole 9 yards. So we don't know what was the situation Donald Trump was in. But he grabbed her. And she did stop him. And he left it alone. Now, I'm not a fan. I'm not trying to defend Donald Trump. I'm just telling it like it is. You're a superstar. You got groupies, and groupies follow you, and you don't know what's going on. And we haven't heard the whole story. Just because he say he grabbed the pee, or they'll let you grab their pee, that doesn't mean, you know what I really want to say. That doesn't mean that whether she wanted or not wanted. You're assuming that she didn't open the door for it and she closed the door for it. He didn't say, there are some people who would play a game up to a certain point. Let you kiss on them, let you rub on you, let you touch on them. They'll put your hand on them. They'll put your hand on their chest, put your hand on the butt, the whole 9 yards. But they won't go no farther than that. They stop you. They play these mind games. Oh, you can feel me? Just touch this, touch it. Put the hand. They open up the door. They put your hand on their body parts. Let you play these games and stop you in your track. And you're like, yo, why you do this to me, girl? I just want to see, playing these mind games. So I don't know what was Donald Trump's situation. That's not even the whole point that I want to talk about. But I do want to talk about the word pussy. All right? Pussy. P-U-S-S-Y. Now, there's 3 kinds. I just talked about the one that Donald Trump is in trouble for, which you should be in trouble for, fellas, because you talked like that before. And you probably tried to reach out. You probably was on the dance floor with some young woman. You slid your hand down, and all of a sudden, you tried to grab her butt, and she stopped you, and that was the end. Don't act like you ain't never did that, man. Stop. She stopped you, that's it. But if you keep going aggressively, that's a different deal. He did say she stopped him in his track, and that was it. Now, Now, I digress. I'm not going to talk about that, Pete. I'm still going to talk about the subject of pussy. All right? I'm not talking sexual. So get this out your mind. There are two other kind of pussies. We call it one is a pussy cat. This cute cat right here. That's right. They're called pussy cats. And then the other one, the other word pussy is somebody who's weak, a chump, that cow down anytime they feel some kind of pressure. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Because it seems like Americans have become pussies. That's right. Now I know the church going to get mad at me, but church people, I'm not talking about sexual. I'm talking about weakness. Weakness is in the dictionary. Okay? So, yeah. Some of you are weak in your thinking. First of all, you have succumbed to fear. All I hear is but Trump and Russia. The fear of Russia, the fear of Trump. And they must be working together. And you're spreading all these fears. The Democratic Party of all people, you're spreading fear. That was what the Republicans used to do. They used to spread fear to drum up votes, to make ourselves look strong to fight against terrorism. Now we're using up the same fear. The Democrats are using up the same fear to terrorize you, to not go for Trump, but to go for the lesser evil, or the so-called lesser evil, Hillary Clinton. I'm telling you, both of them are one and the same. Now, if you looked at the last debate, you should be tempted to fear. Because Hillary Clinton talking about a no-fly zone in Syria, which is going to require you to have boots on the ground to stop planes from flying over the zone. Which means she's going to require your nephew, your niece, your cousin, maybe your husband, maybe your wife, maybe your daughter to go to war. Now, the thing is, Chelsea's not going to come. She got her hedge fund husband and they're making 6 figures or 7. I don't know. No, she's not going to go. But Hillary Clinton is willing to take your child, your baby, to war over toppling the regime of Syria. Have we had enough? Have we not learned from what happened in Libya? She was in charge of that. She the one made up this fake thing saying that Gaddafi was talking about killing his people, and that man was not talking about killing his people. He had a few opposition that he was trying to smoke out. You know, the same thing we're doing over there. We got a few opposition that we're trying to smoke out. No different from him. And this is in his country. And that man was a hero to a lot of those people. He done a lot for those people. We came and removed that man out of power, and we did nothing for that country ever since then. And now, she want to continue to do regime change. Are we going to stop being pussies and allowing our government to promote counterterrorism, which is still terrorism? When I say counterterrorism, I mean we're going to give them back what they gave us. That's what I call counterterrorism. Counterterrorism is not a fight against terrorism. Counterterrorism is say, you do me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong. Because that's just what we're doing. We have no business in Libya. We have no business in Iraq. We have no business in Syria. We have no business in Palestine. Those people can work out their things on their own. And what we're trying to do, we're trying to be the parent of the whole earth. We're trying to be the mama, daddy, grandma, and grandpa when it comes to taking care of this world. We're trying to be the person that try to control all this stuff. And that is our problem. And that's the reason why the United States is weak in our economy, because we're spending half of our discretionary money, half our income taxes is going toward war profiteering. And Hillary wants to promote that. She wants to push that. Why? Because it makes her money. It makes Bill money. It makes the foundation money because the world leaders are gravitating toward them. It makes them more richer. And she want to use you and your votes to get her in office so she can do it. And Donald Trump is no different. And you said, why you don't talk about Donald Trump as much as you talk about Hillary Clinton? Because Donald Trump is a buffoon to me, and he ain't jack. He ain't doing nothing. He's a pussy. He's not going to do all that stuff that you guys say he's going to do. He's going to bring you back to slavery and black people going to... I mean, come on now. That's why we got laws in the land, and we got stuff just can't be overturned like talking about. Okay? So calm the blankety blank down. Trump is just a threat in your mind planted by the Democratic Party. He is weak. He don't even know what he's going to do himself. He think he knows more, and he don't. And half the stuff he's making up out of the blue, out of the brain. Oh, I'm not going to tell you everything that I'm going to do. You can't, because you have nothing to do. Well, I got a concrete policy. You don't. And he's using Margaret Sanger's approach, and Hillary Clinton is doing the same thing, using black pastors and black political leaders and black social service leaders to try to keep you in control of not doing something aggressive and progressive where you can change the system to help you out. They want you to continue to keep the system they have intact because it helps them out in their pocket and it helps the corporations out and don't do a doggone thing for you. So that's why I'm saying you got to stop being a pussy. Yes, I'm talking to you. This butt Trump stuff and this butt Russia and Russia, Trump and Trump, Russia and Trump, Trump and Russia and Trump and Russia. And the media's got y'all fooled. And here it is on Hillary Clinton's side. All these scandals, all these emails, and they trying to deflect you talking about Trump trying to grab some woman's butt or trying to grab some woman's crotch. That's the big news of the day. As if you brothers ain't never did that before. Get out of here. Don't be shocked. Ladies, don't be shocked. Brothers think that we're sexual thinking creatures. We think sex all the time. We have to learn how to turn it off. I'm not saying it's okay to think that way, but we're just built that way, that we think sexual thoughts 95% of the time. The only time we don't think about sex is probably when we sleep or when we're occupied with something on our job where we're totally focused. But let us have an idle mind and see what kind of thoughts come in our mind. Not making excuses, but men, we have to know how to control those thoughts so we don't do things like Donald Trump, like grab the pee or grab the butt or grab the breast and get ourselves in trouble if it's not an open door to it. You know. Now, if that young lady opened the door for Donald Trump and welcomed it, then what's the big news? What's the big deal? And if she welcomed it to a certain point and he stopped at a certain point, what's the big deal? What's the big news? We're talking about the wrong freaking things right now. We're on the verge of freaking World War III with Hillary Clinton and her blaming everything on Russia. My foot hurt. I got a hangnail in my toe. Oh, I broke my nail, Russia. My lips is chapped, Russia. I got diarrhea, Russia. You get exposed. It was fine for you. It was fine for the Democrats when George Bush was getting exposed by WikiLeaks, but it wasn't. But as soon as your mess get exposed, it's a terrorist attack. Obama and all the Republican leaders and all that stuff trying to label this a terror attack. No, that man blew the whistle and showed y'all as being crooks, and you have been had, and it's been exposed, and you mad, and you can't stop it, so you're going to try to get this man killed. All because he brought up your dirt. America, you need to stop being pussies. You got this neoliberal military complex thinking, prison complex thinking, claim to want to do something for education, ain't going to do a doggone thing. Claim to want to help the middle class, ain't going to do a doggone thing. Claim they want to create jobs or bring jobs back, ain't going to do a doggone thing. And here it is on the Republican side, the centric Republican is trying to get away from extremist Republicans, and this stuff is a whole big mess. Hillary Clinton now lost half of the Democratic base because of her mess and the way she continued. She was already in scandal, and then she's going to have the DNC do crooked stuff and cheat Bernie out of the election, which he rightfully won, and for Bernie to sit there and act like a little puppy and kiss up to him. Staying strong. Stop being like a coward like Al Gore, who had the election in his hand, trying to blame everybody, trying to blame Ralph Nader, trying to blame George Bush stealing the election, when you could have sat there and fought that thing and allowed the people to help you fight it and win. And the same thing with you, Bernie Sanders. You could have fought that thing, made a big mess, and your supporters would have been behind you the whole way. But you cowered down, you punked out, and you totally left us hanging. Yeah, you left. your so-called revolution hanging. You're the general who decided to go to the other side and left us without our leadership. But we're okay because we found a new leader now, Jill Stein. So I want to talk to you about getting a spine and telling you need to vote for Jill Stein. Now, I usually tell people, don't listen to me, you make that decision. Well, let me rephrase this. I'm just gonna say it like this. Donald Trump getting in office, we're doomed. He does not have the capacity to be the president. He does not have the brain will to be the president. He does not have he may have the stamina, but he don't, like Hillary Clinton said, he doesn't have the temperament. She don't either. He doesn't have it. And I believe once he get 1 year into this thing, he's not going to have the drive for it. So one thing I like about Obama is he had the drive. And to this day, he still have the drive to become president. Robert Wright, I'm going to deal with you later on, another video. We got to talk. Because you just going crazy. You need to sit your little butt down, Doc. Obama loved being president, even though he wasn't doing right by the people. He loved his job. Donald Trump he's not gonna like this. He's a spoiled, wealthy brat. And all he do is play golf and travel the world and eat fine. You think he's gonna sit in the White House for 4 years, let alone 8 years? Come on. So I don't think he wants this thing, and he's trying to give it away. And I wouldn't doubt if he gave them the tape to play, because you're supposed to get a tape of whatever your show you've been on, right? So I wouldn't be surprised he didn't give him that tape of him talking about him just to try to get out the race and give it to Hillary Clinton. So what I'm saying is, I don't know. This is the most dumbest, most confusing election. Make no sense. All it is throwing mud at each other, trying to one-up one another, trying to out-diss one another, trying to make each one of them look weak, when I'm telling you, both of them are weak. They're both childs. They both only doing this to get a notch in the belt. Hillary Clinton only doing this so she could be the first woman president. She wants to make history. She ain't gonna do a doggone thing for you. And my people think she is. But I'm telling you again, my black people, what have any of these presidents done for you in the past 20 freaking years, let alone 40? What have they done in particular for the black community? I tell you what, not a doggone thing. Obama went to jail and visited some, first time in history to visit some people in jail. That ain't helping you. What have they done significantly for you? What have they done for the indigenous tribe? Now, we know they did something for Mexicans and Hispanic with the DREAM Act. We know they done something for the LGBTQ community. We know that. But what about the black people? And you sitting out here listening to these black caucus and President Obama and Michelle and all that vouch for Hillary Clinton, and she don't even like them. And she still ain't gonna do nothing for you. Now, come on, people. You're being pussies. Malcolm X called it political chumps. You know they're not doing nothing, yet you're going to still throw your support to them. And he said when people do that, they're a traitor to their own race. Stop being a pussy. You got a woman over here by the name of Jill Stein that has no baggage, no scandal, smarter than both of them combined. An activist. An activist that does legislation from the ground up. Not a politician. That's the problem we have right now. We got too many bloodsuckers sucking the blood of the middle class and the lower class and not doing nothing for them. Yet we're the one putting them in office, and you letting these vampires drain you dry. You putting them in office. You the one got them out of the casket, and you wondering why they sucking you dry. America, you need to stop being a pussy. You got a woman over here that has Bernie Sanders' plan on steroids 4 things I like about Jill Stein of many is she want to eradicate debt. She want to get every student out of debt. I don't care if they're 19 to 90, because some people who are in their 90s still paying, they dying on school debt when they shouldn't be. Want to eliminate that so you can put money freely into the economy. She wants to make all public colleges free. Doesn't matter who you are. It should be a right for you to go to public college. Well, you got $1, $1 billion, Miss Clinton. Now, some fancy college, that's different. Well, public college. Private college is different. My main thing is she's for Black Lives Matter, and she has a plan with the community policing the police and community review boards and better training for cops and better training for the community to deal with cops and dealing with Black Matter issues and reparations for the Native American Indians who pretty much had their land conned out of them, and reparation for African Americans who were born in this country, built this country, but haven't gotten their 40 acres and a mule yet. She have a concrete policy to help the community and to help bring jobs. She has the Green New Deal to help bring jobs, good job paying at least $15 an hour. She want to put something in the legislation for you have a right to have a job. If you want a job, you can get one. And there'll be a job open for you because we got so much freaking stuff to do. And if you're not trained, we'll train you in that job. So go to Jill Stein, Jill 2016 website and get to know her. I'm telling you, she has the temperament. She has the intelligence. She knows what she's doing. She's saying, you two idiots are going out there using the same old philosophy that has not done anything concerning ISIS. And I'm telling you, you need to starve it of its weapon and starve it of its fun. And your policy is the one that pretty much advanced ISIS and made them stronger. And if we keep going down the same road, we're going to keep doing the same thing. That's why I am not going to participate in voting for Clinton or voting for Trump. Oh, if you vote for Trump, or you should vote for Clinton. She's, I got an email today or a text, somebody trying to tell me it's not the time for nobody to go third party. Look here. This is the best time to go third party, because not only is our nation in danger, not only are our politicians, our leader, making it look like we're the bullies when we're not even participating in this, but it look like we're participating in it because it's our leaders doing this and we're putting them in office. When are you going to stop putting people in office that's making us look bad? They're making us look bad. We got to stop this. We got to stop this. She's a smart politician. She doesn't have the baggage. She doesn't have the scandals. She doesn't have a pending investigation multiples. She doesn't have the problem with grabbing P's and grabbing T's and grabbing A's and grabbing I's and all that kind of. Doesn't have that issue. Loyal to her family and to her husband. Loyal to her movement and her cause. You too, Jill Stein and Black Lives Matter, you'll always see her out in the forefront before she even got in the race, because she's an activist. And she's doing whatever she can to make sure we have enough jobs to save this planet. While these two knuckleheads and idiots of a politician battling over who can one up with rape allegations and things like that, she's trying to tell us we need to stop this foolishness and save this planet, or all our lineage is going to die. Our grandkids will be the last one to live on this earth, and they may get smoked out. So you got to get your political heads out of your political behind and get a spine. You know these two people are disasters. I see it all the time on Facebook and social media. What are we going to do? I mean, Trump is crazy, Hillary's crazy. What are we going to do? I'm telling you, there's 2 other people running, people. You don't have to vote for the lesser of 2 evil. And don't be falling for this weak stuff that they can't win. I just did a video about that. They can win. Right now, these 2 candidates are so terrible, nobody wants to go out and vote for them. Nobody really went out and vote for them in the primaries. 9% combined. So don't give me this mess that they can't win. They can win if you give them a chance. Bernie was cheated. And the only way Jill won't win is they cheat her. Because 75 of the voting bloc is independent. They don't want to go for Trump or Clinton. Most of them will go with Trump before they go with Clinton. But a lot of them coming over to the Stein-Baraka campaign. Now, as you know, I am supporting Stein. I'm just asking you to look at it. And stop letting this, well, if I take my vote over here and not give it to Clinton, Trump is going to be in charge. You need to be just as freaked out over Hillary Clinton as you are Donald Trump. Because there is no lesser of two evil. They are one of the same evil. One of the same evil. Don't you dare think Hillary Clinton doesn't have any racist undertone. I got a video to prove that. Margaret Sanger and Bob, Robert Byrd and Barry Goldwater, and I can go on and on and on, people. Come on. She's not as qualified as she pretends to be. If you look at her record, she was horrible as Secretary of State, horrible as U.S. Senator. She was just horrible. The things she promoted with her husband, horrible. The things they tout about the economic was good and people had jobs, not them that did it. Robert Rice did it. And I got a bone to pick with Robert Rice. Come on, people. So Bill can be the economic czar. He didn't come up with the plan to change the economy. It was Robert Wright. But what I'm saying is this is the time when you need to make a decision. How in the world you know you got two of the most hated, the less trusted buffoons of a candidate running for office? Both of them can't pass a polygraph test as they had honest Abraham Lincoln to take the test for them. Come on, people. You know they lie. You know both of them are a pathological liar. The WikiLeaks is proving in your face that they're going to lie to you over and over and over again, and they're going to cheat and rob and collude and steal before the presidency. And you still trying to figure out which one to vote for? Well, I got to vote for one of them. No, you don't. There's two other people who don't have anything in the WikiLeaks. That's disastrous. The Podesta files are just horrible. Well, they ain't doing nothing about Trump. Well, don't worry about that. I believe Trump is giving them stuff to say something about him. Another video might pop up. We heard about the alleged rape cases. And you Democrats are getting all happy. We got him. Well, while you worried about whether you got him, the Republicans got her. Not even the Republicans, the people got her. The people know the fraud that she is. And the people are not going for it. And if you don't get out the vote, you're going to cause Trump to become president if you don't get out the vote. But like I said, it's the third party that need to get out the vote and put a stop to both of this mess. Everything is rigged. The polls are rigged. The media is rigged. The entire election process is rigged. The machines are rigged. The workers are favored. The poll workers are favorists. The governors, the Secretary of State are bought out. This country has become a country of robbers, thieves, and most of them are in our political arena. I need you to get out of this fear frame. There's nothing to fear at all. America is already great, Donald Trump. It can get greater, but it can't get greater with your thinking and your direction, and it definitely ain't going to get greater with the mindset and the plans of Hillary Clinton. We need a total shift change. In our democracy from the bottom up, we need to do whatever we need to do to put this democracy back in the hands of the people instead of two oligarchs like Trump and Clinton who don't care nothing but the wealthy, care nothing about you. All they care about is their donors and the wealthy elite who are willing to help them out with their now and with their future. They don't care about you. So I'm telling you, America, especially Democrats and Republicans, you need to stop being pussies, weak-minded individuals, and understand where these two people are going to take this country, and you're proudly standing up and defending them. There's no need to defend. Now I defend Donald Trump on that end because I got people posting stuff on Facebook about P's and A's and T's and all that kind of stuff. The Pats. Yet they're going to judge him. Don't be judging that man when you talk like that too. Now if you don't, you might have a right to judge. Oh, I got daughters. I got grandkids. I understand. Stop being political pussies. Black people, my people, stop being political pussies. Hillary Clinton, listen, if Barack Obama didn't do nothing for you in their last 8 years personally, what make you think Hillary Clinton is going to do it? Well, she's going to stand Obama's policy. She's going to sell y'all that goods and y'all going to believe that? Don't you understand she's a pathological liar? That's why I've been telling Bernie, she ain't going to do nothing that you ask her to do in that platform. Soon as she get elected, she going to flip that platform upside down, and it's already in the leak. She don't mean to do nothing in that platform. You thought you played her like a fiddle. She played you like a fiddle. But yet you played her like a fiddle because once she got the endorsement, she thought she was going to get this overwhelming support, and it backfired on her behind. Why? Because I'm telling you, she is horrible as a candidate, and she's going to make America horrible. Trump is horrible as a candidate, and he's going to make America horrible. Why are you voting for horror? Now, I believe this country is in God's hand and it's going to be all right no matter who's in charge. But why risk going through a whole bunch of mess first? Haven't we learned from George Bush? Yeah, I learned. That's why I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. No. Please stop. Please. Come on. Hillary Clinton's plan is to merge the Democratic Party and the centrist Democratic and centrist Republican into one party called the Republicrats. She is a blue dog Republican. You watch my videos, she'll tell you that she grew up conservative. She grew up as a Republican. And I imagine what she always wanted to do was merge the two together. The days of the extremist Republicans, you know, the Republican Party is shattered now because of Donald Trump. The Democratic Party is shattered because of the collusion and corruption of the DNC. But they're okay, because what they're going to do is they're going to start merging together to try to stop Trump and form one new party called the Republicrats. And you're going to be part of that party, which means it's not going to be never about you, the working class, the middle class, the lower class, the poor, the downtrodden. They're barely making it. It's not going to be about you. It's going to always be about the donors and the elite. There's a real battle between the 99% and 1%. Now, do I aspire to be a 1%? Everybody should aspire to be a 1%. But don't forget where you came from. Hillary Clinton wants to merge this party into one centric party, the Republicrats, and still continue the military complex, continue the prison complex, continue to, don't want to do nothing about the environment, don't want to do nothing about the working class. Say they do, but ain't going to do jack. There's 3 types of peas. The one that Donald Trump grabbed, the other one is a cat, and if you don't know by now, Hillary Clinton wanted to take us to the brink of war. Why should you participate in that? Because you're voting for her will. I'm not voting for her there. I don't want my nieces and nephews and my grandnieces and nephews going to war, fighting whole wars. No. It's time to stop. It's time to get some guts. It's time to get a spine. It's time to get out there and make a total changing of the system. We want the people who are really about starting a revolution with a revolutionary plan, with a revolutionary thought, with the revolutionary party. We don't want to deal with this counter-revolutionary party who all they want to do is suck up. And the people who's going to get killed and crushed in that party is the people who want a revolution, but they're still stuck in that counter-revolutionary party when they need to get their butt out and come on home, Elizabeth Warren, come on home, Bernie Sanders, to the Green Party, who's really about a revolution. I'm Bob TV, baby. Stop being a pussy.